All right, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Jones from Wrestling Observer, and we are here with Bellator CEO Bjorn Rebney. So first things first, your thoughts on the show overall tonight?
I thought it was good. I thought we got great fights on the show. Last fight, stylistically, they and Newton give you some oddities just because of their counterpunching style. And when you put two guys in like that have styles of that ilk, it sometimes drags things out a little bit. But I thought Pitbull looked spectacular. It looked like the old Pitbull that that knocked out Razor and knocked out Toby Amata and knocked out Kurt, etc. I thought Martin Held looked unbelievable. He is a monster in this field in terms of his leg locks and you didn't even get to see his stand-up, but I mean his ground game was shockingly good. I thought it was a good show. I liked the first four fights a lot. The fifth dragged a bit, but I thought the first four fights were awesome, and I'm happy for Emmanuel that was able to get the win.
Yeah, I think the crowd was happy too. The air seemed to go out of the building a little when David Rickles lost, so they were really looking for Emmanuel Newton to pull it out in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, you get a local crowd like this where thousands upon thousands come out to see Rickles, and there was no question about that. That wasn't a bad decision. It was just getting knocked out. He got caught. It happens to the best of them. Rickles will be back. He's a warrior.
So Rickles probably going into another tournament right away then?
Yeah, or you bring him back and get him another fight to get him back on his feet. That was a tough loss. I mean, that's a tough knockout loss. You probably want to bring him back and get a good, nice, comfortable win for him, and then bring him back off of that. He's a great fighter and an awesome dude. So. Yeah.
And obviously next for the hardcore kid is either Rampage or King Mo after the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So where does that leave Attila Veg right now?
Attila's got to regroup. We'll try to get him a fight at some point over the next 4 or 5 months. And Newton's got to just sit back and heal now and wait for Page to get done fighting Mo and see who wins out of that very, very tough fight in our pay-per-view, and then he'll get the winner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as you said yourself, Marcin Held, just a beast on the ground. It's amazing how quickly he gets those submissions in.
Well, it's amazing how quickly he gets into position. It's amazing how brutally effective he is on the legs. It is. Aoki used to do it years ago and has not done, it's not at that level any longer. But honestly, I would go as far as to say I think Held could be the most dangerous man on the ground without question when it comes to legs. I mean, his leg lock game is it's terrifying. It's a frightening thing to watch because as soon as he gets close, it's game over.
Now, did that Gertz fight get bonused onto the main televised card?
Yeah, the entirety of it got bonused onto the main card, and it was an incredible knockout. So everybody got to see it as if it was live.
Yeah, that's great because that'll set up some excitement for the next round of the tournament.
Sure, that was a crazy knockout. Man, just as timing goes, you can't land any better than that. So it was great.
So your overall thoughts on season 10? It seems like it's been a big success up to date. So
yeah, been a big success. A little bit. On a little pins and needles because of March Madness going on tonight. And
right.
Fearful of what kind of impact that can have on the ratings. But
no pun intended, because it did hurt Impact last night. So
yeah, well, you can anticipate it. I mean, America gets enthralled with the totality of March Madness. We've got an amazing card coming up next week with Grove fight Cooper out of the box coming at the start of the show, and then the world title fight Shlemenko versus Ward. So it's a big show, but March Madness is a tough one to fight against.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to ask you a quick question about the video packages because it's been one of my favorite things for Bellator for a while now. And that one that they showed for Rickles was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was really entertaining.
Yeah, we've got one of my visions for Bellator when I first got into it is I wanted to tell the stories behind the fighters, who they are, where they're from, why they compete. And I've got a features team, what we call our features team, which creates those packages that you get to watch on the fighters, headed up by a guy named Jason Teakin, and they just do an amazing job. They do incredible interviews, and they do a huge amount of research, and you can see it. I mean, I thought the Martin Held piece of my father's son was just heart-wrenching and powerful and incredible. So they do a great job. I'm lucky to have them.
Yeah, they do. So continued success with Bellator for the rest of the season. Bjorn, thank you so much for the time.